Everyone? Welcome to the Mad Max Lowco recap. Live here from the 57th RBC Heritage. Final day, final round as we are here. It's a 1:05 in the afternoon, and not long from now, some of the leaders will be teeing off. But currently, across the leaderboard, a lot of players are currently on the course right now, including former champions Matt Fitzpatrick and Jordan Spieth, who both sit at 9 under par. Bluffton's own Brian Campbell is also at 9 under par through the first hole. Today, he is even par on the day. Who else? Ryan Gerard is 8 under for the day, as well as Shane Lowry is also 8 under for the day. Bud Cauley is 7 under. Xander Schauffele at 7 under as well. Bud Cauley had an amazing round today. Finished out the I apologize. My mic was off the entire time. Welcome to the Mad Max Lowco recap. As I was saying, while my mic was muted, a lot of players currently still on the course. The leaders are about to start coming through at 1:05. Of course, Mackenzie Hughes, which just started. Mackenzie Hughes and Cam Davis have just teed off. Patrick Cantlay and Keegan Bradley will be 10 minutes after them. And then we get to some of the leaders. Scotty Scheffler and Russell Henley will both be teeing off at 1:25. At 1:35, this is a good grouping. Tommy Fleetwood and Savannah's own Brian Harmon will tee off at 1:35. And then you get to the two main groups of the day. Maverick McNeely and Justin Thomas will tee off at 1:45. Maverick McNeely 2 shots behind the leader and Justin Thomas 1 shot behind. And then the final grouping today, Andrew Novak and Siwoo Kim at 1:55. So, with that being said, a lot of great golf left to play today. Currently, as we look through the leaderboard, at who had a great round today, we have. Let's see here. Let me look through the leaders here. Victor Hovland, he's 2 under for the day. He's 10 under for the tournament. He had a great round yesterday in round 3. If you take a close look, finished 3. He was sitting at, let me see here. Yes, he was. He finished 3 under for the day. That's a good round. Yesterday and on Friday, he also was 3 under for the day. So 2 under so far today through 4 holes. He's currently on the 5th, par 5 5th. So it's possibly a chance for another birdie to put him at 3 under through the first 5 holes today. And he's currently sitting 5 shots back of the lead. Daniel Berger is 10 under par for the tournament. He's 2 under today. Great round so far for him through 3 holes. Let's see here. Ryan Gerard, 3 under for the day. He sits at 9 under par. Former champs Jordan Spieth and Matthew Fitzpatrick, they're both at 9 under par for the tournament. Jordan Spieth is 2 under through 5 holes today. Matt Fitzpatrick is even par through the first hole. So Bluffton's own Brian Campbell is also at 9 under. He's gone through 1 hole. He is at even par as well. So great to see the local teeing it up with some of the top players in the world. Shane Lowry is at 8 under par. He's even through 3 holes today. Wyndham Clark 1 over for the day. He is at 8 under. How about Bud Cauley? 7 under today to finish his tournament at 7 under par. Great round by Bud Cauley, and let's take a look at where all he birdied today. He birdied on holes 1, 5, 8, and 9 on the front 9, and then on the back 9. He bogeyed on 11, but then had 3 straight bogeys on 14, 15, and 16. parred on 17th and birdied on 18th to put him at 7 under par for the day. Great round by Bud Cauley. Xander Schauffele is 2 under through 13 holes. He's 7 under for the tournament. Billy Horschel is 7 under for the tournament. He's through 6 holes at even par. Who else? Who else today? Matt Kuchar. He's 1 under par for the round today. 6 under for the tournament. How about Patrick Rogers? 6 under today and 5 under for the tournament. Great final round by him. How about Will Zalatoris? Unbelievable round 3 yesterday. I wasn't sure what to expect from him, but boy, did he have a great round. 7 under par yesterday. After round 3, he birdied on holes 2, 5, 7, and 9 on the front 9, and then birdied on holes 12 and 13, as well as 16 to put him at 7 under par. No bogeys in the round. That is more of what we like to see out of Will Zalatoris. He's currently on hole 15 right now, and he is 1 under. He bogeyed on 12 and 8. He started off hot at 3 under through 7 holes in round 4 today, but has bogeyed on holes 8 and now 12. He's currently on 15, so hopefully he can get a birdie back into it and put him at 6 under par for the tournament. He struggled in the first 2 rounds, but boy, has he really made it up the last 2 rounds. Let's see who else is on this list of many great players. How about Jason Day? 2 over so far through 8 holes. He's 4 under for the tournament. Colin Morikawa had an absolute meltdown yesterday on hole number, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was. It was on hole number 17. He had bogeyed on 17. Then he quadruple bogeyed on hole 13 to put him at 6 over in yesterday's round. And boy, that's a real struggle by Colin Morikawa. Today he's done a little bit better. He's 2 under for the day. Birdied on holes 2, 5, and 6, and birdied on 15 and 17. He's bogeyed on holes 7, 10, and 13 today. He's currently at 2 under par for the round, and he is, if I'm not mistaken, yes, he is 3 under for the tournament. And then we're heading towards the bottom half of the list. Ludwig Oberg, he finished his tournament at 3 under, 1 under today. Not the best of tournaments by Ludwig Oberg. Gary Woodland had a great round earlier this week, but started to fall apart in round number 3 yesterday. In round number 3 yesterday, he fell apart. He's 2 under for the tournament. He was even par today. Lucas Glover was 1 over for the day, 2 under for the tournament. Sam Stevens, same story, 1 over for the day, 2 under for the tournament. He is currently on the 18th right now. Ricky Fowler, +2 today. God, I was hoping he would have a great finish today, but he didn't. He finishes at even par for the tournament. So Heath Thigala was 2 under for the round today, but finishes at 1 over. And poor Max Homa, man, he had such a great round yesterday, and it all fell apart on the 18th hole in round 3 yesterday, as he had a triple bogey on hole 18, and looks like it continued into round 4 today, as he finished 4 over today for the round. Only 1 birdie today for Max Homa. He had a double bogey on 1, a double bogey on 5, had a birdie on 7, and then through the back 9, he was even par through the back 9 up until the 16th hole, where he bogeyed on number 16 and then parred out the rest of the way. Boy, he was so frustrating for Max Homa. He was currently at 2 under going into today's round, with a chance to have a great game, a great stop. And I think he was just visibly frustrated after the 18th hole. I was there watching him yesterday morning as that 18th hole took place. He had he was 5 under through 17 yesterday, and then that triple bogey made it all fall apart, and then it really fell apart through today's round. 4 over for the day, 2 over for the tournament. Not what you want to see. So with that being said, it is now 1:15. So, yep, that's right. Cam Davis and Mackenzie Hughes have already played already through the first hole at 1:15, which is right about now. Patrick Cantlay, here we go. Patrick Hanley and Mr. Keegan Bradley are currently on the first tee here at the RBC Heritage. There's the trophy if you're watching the live coverage of the tournament on NBC Golf on the Golf Channel powered by NBC. Patrick Hanley teeing off here, see how he does as we're watching the huge screen here, like I showed you guys earlier. So they're teeing off now. Let's take a look at updated scores through holes here. Cam Davis and Mackenzie Hughes are currently on the first hole, so we'll see how they do in just a second. There goes Patrick Cantley's tee shot, and smack dab down the middle of the fairway for Patrick Cantley. So the 115 group is about to officially have teed off. Keegan Bradley is here. He's at 10 under par for the day today, going into this final round. And then a lot of other names are sitting at 10 under right now. JT Poston, Stefan Jaeger, who else? The German, Stefan Jaeger, Victor Hovland, Daniel Berger are all at 10 under par so far in their tournament, and they're all still on the front nine. Mackenzie Hughes goes even and shoots par on the first hole. So definitely intriguing to see how Cam Davis does here. Who else? I think we've just about covered what the current leaderboard is. So my thoughts process, we talked about it last night on the Lowco Sports Slowdown. I think whoever wins will have the best putt game today. And like I said, those greens have really firmed up. So they're going to move fast, but I think going into the fourth round, these golfers have seemed to figure out how to work these greens, these extremely fast and firm greens, especially people who have already played afternoon rounds this week, including Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, as well as Siwoo Kim and Andrew Novak have all played. Maverick McNeely, also Brian Harmon. They're all going to be in the lead in the running for this title. With everyone so close, the other thing to put into play is there's always a possibility for some playoff golf. There's definitely a possibility there, especially when there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 golfers all within a 4-shot difference of each other. Siwoo Kim at 15 under, Andrew Novak and Justin Thomas 1 shot behind at 14 under. Maverick McNeely, 2 shots behind at 13 under. Brian Harmon and Tommy Fleetwood are 3 shots behind at 12 under. And then you got Scotty Scheffler and Russell Henley, all of them have not teed off yet. And Scotty and Russell are both 4 shots behind at 11 under. So it's anyone's game right now, and there is definitely the possibility for a playoff occurrence here at the RBC Heritage. And how great would that be to see the RBC Heritage finish this year with one of the most talented fields we have ever had at the RBC Heritage, finish off with some playoff golf. I think that'd be great. And in this situation for playoff golf, it's a little bit different than, say, Augusta, when you play a playoff hole. Instead of going 18 to 10, you're going 18 to 17, and you're repeating those 2 holes until someone wins. Hope it doesn't take the rest of the night going into Monday morning, but that shouldn't be the case. But the key would be it will be 18 and 17 if a playoff comes to be 18 and 17, and repeat if both of them finish equal with each other through those 2 holes. They will play hole 18 once again and see what happens. So, yeah, very interesting thing to see. Other news outside of the actual playing of golf this week, the commissioner of the RBC Heritage was asked regarding the future of the sponsorship between RBC and the Heritage Golf Tournament, because currently RBC is on their final year of the current contract they have with this tournament, and their sponsorship has greatly helped build the Heritage to what it is. And there have been talks that there's possibility that a sponsor may not come to be between them once again. I hope it does, because I think what RBC has done for the Heritage Golf Tournament has been absolutely spectacular. And we want to continue having this as a signature event, because it makes it so much more fun and exciting to have the top golfers in the world here on Hilton Head once every year. I mean, we're talking about 10 of the top 12 golfers in the world, 43 of the top 50 golfers in the world are all here on Hilton Head. And this has been one of the greatest RBC Heritage events we have had in years. And not just because of the players we have, but the weather has been a factor as well. It has been one of the more beautiful RBC Heritage events we have had in several years. So you look at that and you look at everything regarding it. I don't think this should go away anytime soon. I don't think the signature event status of this tournament should go away anytime soon. And in order for that to happen, I think we need to keep having RBC on as a sponsorship. They're willing to pay the money and put it up front for this tournament. So I think with that being said, we definitely need to get the sponsorship back on. And the thing I would say is, if it doesn't happen, the one thing about the Heritage is nowadays, because of how big it's gotten, I don't think they're going to have any problem finding the sponsor for the Heritage. I really don't. I think, before RBC came on, the Heritage was at a point where they were struggling. I mean, they weren't really having the top golfers in the world at the time. It wasn't a signature event. There were no PGA Tour signature events. I guess you could say that the Players Championship is considered a signature event. It is really the PGA's major championship. So at that time, before RBC came along, it was tough for the Heritage, and even before RBC Heritage, even before RBC came and became a sponsor for the Heritage, before Verizon became the sponsor at the time for the Heritage, there was a year where the city of the town of Hilton Head had to put the money forth for the tournament, because there was no sponsor for the Heritage Golf Tournament. There wasn't, and for 1 year, they had no sponsors, and ended up having the town of Hilton Head had to pay money out with their own pockets, their own pocketbooks, their own checkbooks. They had to use those to keep the Heritage going until they could find a sponsor. And sure enough, they found a sponsor with Verizon. But then Verizon left, RBC came on, and we were like, who the heck is RBC? Finding out it's the Royal Bank of Canada. Why is a Canadian bank sponsoring the RBC Heritage? A lot of people thought that. They were like, why is there a Canadian bank sponsoring the RBC Heritage? And nowadays, we are more than grateful for them to be sponsoring us, and we hope they continue to sponsor us. So I think if you want to take a deep dive into the aspect that is, well, without the RBC, what is the future in terms of this being the signature event in the future? What is the possibility of that? And I think not only do we want to see it continue to be a signature event, I think the players as well. I mean, multiple players. Justin Thomas talked a couple days ago after his round on Friday. We asked him, there were questions in the tent behind the 18th for media personnel. He was asked, what does he love about this tournament? And he said, it's the course. And I think every player thinks that. I said last night, the main reason players started to notice the RBC Heritage, the top players, was COVID. When the PGA came back from COVID, the second tournament that hosted the PGA, the second ever tournament out of their COVID hiatus, was the Heritage. And so the top golfers in the world all came to the Heritage to play, because they needed to get back on the right track, and so they needed to be there for themselves, to get themselves ready for the upcoming rest of the year. And when they were playing, they realized, wow, this is a great course. Why aren't we playing this? And why isn't this event bigger than it is right now? And when the PGA decided to put together multiple signature events throughout the year, Each event with a $20 million purse, and the winner would get around $3.5 to potentially $4 million. And I guarantee you, when they asked players, because they definitely asked players, where do you think we should have a signature event? I can guarantee you there were a number of them. Maybe half of them said, definitely Harbortown Golf Links, 100%. And I think with that came the opportunity for the RBC Heritage to be a signature event. And when that first signature event came around, oh boy, it was great. But I tell you, this year has been special. The number of great named players coming here the week after the Masters, after a treacherous, extremely stressful Masters for a lot of these players, they come here, and the best part is it's relaxing here. You know, when it's go time for them. But getting to take a load off after the Masters and have a little bit of fun here in Hilton Head. I think some of these golfers, some of the top golfers, are all saying this needs to stay a signature event for the foreseeable future, 100%, without a doubt. I think if you're a player and you really love this course, you're going to be here. Now, there are some players who don't like this course. I know Rory McIlroy is one of them because this course just doesn't fit his playing style. It doesn't. You know, he loves bombing the ball down the fairway. He needs more space to hit that golf ball down the fairway. And there's not enough space here for him to smoke one down the fairway. It's just not. And they're also so narrow, and makes it difficult. And he doesn't have as much finesse as some of the other golfers. Like, take Scotty, for instance. Scotty Scheffler, he's a big dude. I mean, I've gotten to see him up close for the first time. As much as little as 2 feet away from him, and realize how big of a guy he is. And he can hit a ball down the fairway. Don't get me wrong. He can hit one. But the finesse in his iron game is what makes him the #1 golfer in the world, period. That's just what it is. I really do think his iron game and his putting game is the reason why he's the #1 golfer in the world, is the reason why he had the year he had last year. When he came here, he had just won the Masters and won the Heritage the very next week. He was on a tear. And the reason for that was because he is so good in his entire game, and it's really fun to watch. With that being said, I wasn't going to do a 30-minute show. I was going to do a quick preview of what's to come today and all the possible outcomes. Now, I did say last night on the show that I was going to root for Brian Harman to take this, to get this win. And I think he can. I think it's time for a local player to win this tournament, 100%. And if it's his time, we'll know, and it'll be a great moment. I would have loved to have seen Brian Campbell stay in the mix, but I think he's a bit too far out at this point for him to get back into it. I would love to see a man from Beaufort County win the RBC Heritage. I think that'd be the greatest thing on planet Earth. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Brian Campbell was our best option. Carl Phillips was also an option, being a former member and former resident of Bluffton, South Carolina, but he is not going to be in the running this weekend either here in the final round. So, yeah, I think Brian Harman's our best chance of having a local player win the RBC Heritage this week. And he's not far back. I mean, you look at where he's sitting. He's 3 shots back of the lead. He has a shot. And we talked about what's the number we need to see them at to win this tournament. What's the score they have to win this tournament? And I said probably 19 under. I think it's the right number. If not 19, I'd say 20 under for the tournament, and to put it away, because anything less than 20, we'd be getting in the territory of possibility of a playoff between 2 golfers, maybe even 3 golfers with a playoff. So there's always a possibility of that, and we'll see how it goes today. It's currently 1:30 here at the Heritage in beautiful Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. In 5 minutes from now, Brian Harmon himself and Tommy Fleetwood will be teeing off. And he's going to have to make a run for it. And so does Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood is a player who could use a win this week. So we will see what he does. And hopefully, if you're already out there, I look forward to seeing you guys out there. You can find me with my black Adidas bucket hat on, and with my nice white Callaway shirt, and some white shoes and some. I assume they're khaki pants. I don't know what they are. I assume they're khaki pants, but I'm not sure. So you can see me out there today. Otherwise, tonight we'll have the Lowco Sports Lowdown from final coverage of the Heritage and what our thoughts were on the day, and on the entire tournament overall. And we'll be doing that tonight, probably around 9:30 tonight, and hopefully we'll have not only myself but Wes Kerr, Justin Jarrett, hopefully live from Daytona, Florida, as well as the man himself, Mr. Marcus Walsh, our great guest and friend from WHHI. So that's going to do it for us here. And we will see you tonight on the Lowco Sports Lowdown. Yeah, that's going to do it for us. Stay tuned for the leaders are coming up here in just 3 minutes from now. And you guys will be in for a real treat this afternoon. For those of you watching on TV, for those of you on the course, I will see you out there in the next few minutes or so. This has been the Mad Max Lowco recap. And until next time, go Lowco.